If you've decided to start an online business, one of the first questions you may have is, what should I sell? In this video, I will explain the two main categories of products and demonstrate how to check the level of demand for what you plan to sell. Keep watching to the end as I'll share some important points to consider if your business is going to be run from home and has to fit around your other commitments. If we're just meeting, hi, I'm Alan and I've been selling online since 2018, mostly on Etsy, where I am a top 1.1% seller. I do this as a side project around my family and regular day job. This year I'm starting a new business and I'm documenting the journey here on YouTube. I'm in no way an expert, but hope that the lessons that I've learned over the years can help you. The first consideration is, are you looking for a short or long-term business? By this I mean, are you looking to sell a trendy product that's hot right now, or are you thinking something more steady and long-term? For a trendy product, I would suggest that you have the resources, mainly time and or money, to go hard and fast. Trends come and go, so you need to be ready to catch the wave quickly and sell lots before the popularity decreases and loads of other sellers have joined the party. Then you move on to the next product. The alternative is to go for a long-term or evergreen product, something that there will always be consistent demand for. An example that comes to mind is shoes. Most people don't make their own shoes and often buy several pairs for different occasions and activities. When they wear out, most likely they are replaced instead of being repaired, so you get this steady demand. And don't get me started on kids' shoes. So, are you in the trendy club or team evergreen? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already guessed, due to all of my commitments, I can't move that quickly, so I'm in team evergreen. The next consideration is, have you got a viable product? Do people want to buy what you want to sell? An easy initial check is to think about what problem your product or service is solving. Using my art displays as an example, it gives parents and carers a quick and easy way to display their kids' art and nurture their creativity. You just peel, stick to the wall, add art, and job done. Happy days. Or another example is, you're out in town and feeling hungry, so you go into a cafe or restaurant and get a meal. In these examples, you could make your own art display and you could prepare your own lunch or dinner, but you are happy to pay for it because of the convenience. So people are happy to pay for convenience. They're happy to pay for a solution to their problem. Of course, this does not guarantee your product will be a success. Some testing will be needed. I went on an Amazon FBA course back in the day and they said your first product is your practice one and will probably fail. They were right. It's like driving a car. You can read about how to drive and follow the steps, but when you actually follow those steps in the driver's seat for the first time, you appreciate why the instructor has dual controls. Anyway, on to the next point. How do you know if enough people want what you are selling to make it a viable business? Generally, if we're not at the shops and looking to buy something, we'll go online and search for it, right? To find out how many people are searching for something, we can use Google Trends. What we want to know is, are there enough people looking for what you are selling? For trendy products, where is the wave at? Is popularity increasing or has it peaked? For evergreen things, is the trend consistent and healthy? I want to sell camera straps, so let's use this as an example and I'll share my screen. In your web browser, type trends.google.com and hit enter. I plan to sell initially in the UK, but you can choose your country or even see the worldwide trend. So the trend gives an idea of popularity or how many people are searching. The y-axis is the date and the x-axis shows interest from 1 to 100. I recommend looking at the past 12 months and the past 5 years to make sure that the long-term trend is healthy and consistent. So you want consistent interest or a trend that's increasing. If the trend is decreasing, then this could be a sign that popularity and demand are fading. And you can also have a worldwide view and it will show you interest by region, which is quite handy. If in future I plan to sell internationally, you can see which countries are worth selling to. Another useful check is to see if shoppers are searching the popular marketplaces related to what you're thinking of selling. So for physical products, Amazon and eBay. For services, you could try LinkedIn and Fiverr, Redbubble for print on demand, and Etsy for handmade. FontSpring for fonts, Shutterstock for stock photos and video. These are just a few examples and a general guide, as there is of course overlap these days. Amazon has a handmade section and mass-produced items can be found on Etsy. Anyway, as my example is a camera strap, I will demonstrate the shopper's check on Amazon. And if I start typing in camera, you'll see the suggested searches, and these are what customers have been searching for. And I haven't even put in the word strap, but there it is. And there's a whole load of products listed there. And usually after the sponsored listings or the advertised listings, you'll get things shown, the most popular items will be shown first. So if your item pops up, that's great news because people are looking to buy or are buying your product. The not so good news is that you'll likely find lots of sellers offering your product or something similar. By now, e-commerce has been around for a few decades, so it's not surprising that there are existing sellers for pretty much everything. It just means that more effort is needed, and it's worth building a brand to differentiate yourself from everyone else and attract your customers and give them reasons to choose you. This brings us nicely to the next point. Building a business solo is hard work, so from someone doing this on the side, I would suggest selling something that you are interested in or passionate about, or something that's related to your interest or passion. Because circling back to the last point, it's not usually enough anymore to just put things up for sale and expect it to be a runaway success, especially if it's not something completely new and exclusively available from you. So, assuming that you are starting as a solopreneur, you're going to need a lot of enthusiasm to keep going long term, to have the motivation to build your brand and grow a business, as well as get you through the dark days when the universe seems to be conspiring against you and make you feel like just packing it all in. My next tip is to think about the logistics of what you are going to sell. It's not so much of a problem if you're dropshipping, doing print on demand, or offering a service or digital products, but if you're dealing with physical products, consider where and how you will store them, and the cost and practicalities of shipping your items to customers. Running a small business on the side takes a lot of effort and determination. Rarely will it be an overnight success, but with the right mindset, you can make it happen. I hope this video was helpful. If so, I'd be grateful if you could like and subscribe. It helps to get this information to others who need it. Thank you. In the next video, I will explain how and why I chose where to sell. Thanks for your time, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.